my first Salehe Bembury New Balance collaboration video, I fell in love with the 2002R, Water Be the Guide, and it quickly became one of my favorite, most worn pair of sneakers that year. In that video, I regarded Salehe as one of the most interesting and bold designers with a very unique take on sneaker design. And I got really excited about what he would do next and what he was just gonna do throughout his entire career. Over the last couple years, he has certainly pushed the boundaries of sneaker design. I remember the 574 yurts with the whistle inside them. I missed out on those. I wanted to get those, but I couldn't get them for retail. And maybe perhaps what he's most famous for now is his Crocs, his Crocs redesign, which is an incredible design and clearly makes Crocs way cooler than they had been. But today, Salehe returns to New Balance once again and revisits the design language that he sort of started off with in his first collaboration. And I would say he takes it to the next level. These are the Salehe Bembury New Balance collaboration made in US Sand Be the Time 990 V2 in the Misty Rose with terracotta and purple passion colorway. The names alone just get me really excited, but as you can see, this is a sophisticated sneaker with really interesting colors and materials, and I'm gonna tell you why this is just a stellar, masterful Salehe Bembury piece. The Sand Be the Time collaboration released on beasponge.com, which is Salehe's own site. I think it was on December 8th, and the retail was $200. So in the first collaboration, we saw an orange 2002R dubbed Peace Be the Journey, which was inspired by Antelope Canyon in Arizona. And then the teal version came out, and that is the Water Be the Guide. I did a review on that, and that was inspired by Havasu Falls. This time around, Salehe traveled to the coral pink sand dunes in Utah for the inspiration of this colorway on this 990 V2. The upper of this sneaker is mostly covered in this light, rosy, fleshy, pink, hairy suede. And this hairy suede is just gorgeous. It is, oh my gosh. It feels like a old time blanket. It's amazing. And it really draws the eyes. I really like it. I love how it feels. I love how it looks. The length of it is just outrageous. The neppiness of it is just a wonderful experience to just like handle. The underlay is equally interesting because it's that spacer mesh that is found on his original collaborations. I think the underlay on those was this sort of like net material that has those deep, open weavings, and it has a more micro weaving underneath. It really gives it a three-dimensional look that I really like. It's in that darker, almost now, this is more of like salmon coral color. It's more saturated, it's darker, it's more bold. And so it's a nice contrast with the lighter faded pink of the suede. You also get accents of brown leather. Let's talk about the tongue and the lacing system right here. And then also on the ankle collar, which is a nice touch too. It gives you that trail ruggedness. I think it's like an homage to like a trail hiking shoe in a way. I love how soft the leather is. It's going to tarnish. It's going to sort of like wear really nicely. Around the vamp, you get this reflective material that connects the suede to the underlay mesh, and I love the silver. But then you also get around the toe box area, you get that purple, and I think that's like sort of like a nubuck. Speaking of purple, you get the New Balance logo on the medial and lateral side in this material that's, I think it's called chenille, which is like a yarn, but it's sort of like pronounced. It comes out. It adds like depth to the sneaker. The New Balance logo just looks really stunning. And on the back of the shoe, you get this really interesting fingerprint window in this orange and purple. And you also get this like random hit of green, which I think is a nice touch. I actually would have liked to see more green on it. I forgot to mention, but the other places that you see green is the border of the New Balance logo, but you also get it in the upper eye lacelets, and I think that's a really nice touch, but it's a more faded green there. So the midsole is different colors. It's subtle. The front part of the sneaker is in I would say like a lighter tan beige, and then throughout the middle of the sneaker you get this darker tan, that terracotta color. And I love the design on the 990 V2. I love the paneling design, which is really interesting. On the back, you get this clear area in between the terracotta midsole. You get Absorb kind of logo right there with a clear, what is this? Clear like casing around it. On the outsole itself is this beautiful purple. And in the middle, you get the New Balance N. You also get New Balance right there. And then you get Absorb right here on the front part of the outsole. One of my favorite parts of a Salehe Bembury collaboration is the signature cork insole. Very thick, has Salehe Bembury right there with New Balance. When I go over the entire shoe, I really do just appreciate all of the details. The number of materials is just really fantastic, and they're used very sparingly. Love the color combination. It's a fun sneaker. You get this really unique light pink that's desaturated, and then you get hits of green and purple and this terracotta midsole. It's a fantastic color blocking. I really like it. And all of this comes together probably in my favorite looking 990. It's very comfortable, it's light. I love the overall shape. I love how they look on feet. It's a sleek, iconic look. And with these premium materials, it is a standout shoe. And I would say this is Salehe Bembury's best creation yet. In terms of craftsmanship, it's not perfect. There are some glue stains, there are some issues just around where the upper connects with the bottom of the sneaker. And so it is still a made in US shoe. You expect great things. I think that this shoe delivers on that front. Overall, here are my last thoughts. An incredible presentation, really interesting colors and color blocking, and the highest quality materials that you can find really on a sneaker that's produced in mass. Salehe stays true to the original design language and builds upon it in some ways. This is definitely continued evolution of what he's trying to do. Do you think he's going to come out with a second colorway on this silhouette? That'd be interesting if he takes the 990 V2 and goes somewhere else and creates an entirely different colorway. What color would you like to see if he explored that? Or even a better question, what should be the next collaboration? What would be an amazing next chapter for Salehe Bembury with New Balance? Leave a comment below and I'll catch you in the next video. Peace.